Hello, my wonderful Geminis. Welcome to your reading. For those of you who are new, I'm Violetta of Love, Light, and Blessings. I am so blessed to have each and every one of you here. Please, guys, if this resonates for you, give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe, click on the bell for all notifications. Everything you need to know about me, including how to book your own personal reading with me, is in the description box down below. So without further ado, my beautiful Geminis, let's see, what is the message that wants to come through for you guys today? What is the crowning energy? We did just have a new moon 2 days ago. Will be 3 days by the time you're seeing this video. What was coming up for you prior to that new moon? Okay, that's something for you to look at. I know I had some things come up for me, and it brought some clarity. So I'm curious, what's come up for you, or what are you struggling with right now? And we are in a retrograde, people. So you know what that means, my gems, the Geminis I am. One more shuffle. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so the energy around you right now may be definitely needing to take care of yourself. Okay, maybe look at your daily routine. What ways can you get exercise in? How can you get out in the air? Right? I'm feeling like a lot of you need some like fresh air, a change of scenery. Maybe join the gym, a yoga class, something that's gonna make you feel better, okay? Not just better emotionally, mentally, but also physically, okay? And really stay focused on your diet, your exercise, and, you know, it's time for you to take action for your well-being, okay? For your well-being. That's what this card is saying right here, okay? I feel like some of you are really reevaluating, and like if you're not happy with how you look or your weight, you know, what can you do to take steps? And I get it. If you can't afford to go to the gym, there's yoga on YouTube. There's exercise routines on YouTube. There's a lot of ways that we can get our exercise in, but for a lot of you, I'm feeling like you really need to get out into the air, okay? Some of you may be getting unexpected company as well. Okay, for some of you, I feel like this, you know, taking an inventory of yourself, you know, what you've been eating, your exercise pattern, how you look at yourself, has to do with needing your independence, okay? Not only needing your independence, but something that was once stable in your life is no longer stable. And I feel like you're resenting that. Okay, there's some resentment there towards it. Love, you feel like almost like love has closed the door on you, or you have closed the door on love. And Spirit wants you to know that is the perfect time to really focus on you, right? Do some inner healing work. Get out in nature, meditate in nature, journal. You know, it's about really getting in touch with your mind, your body, and your soul, and getting back in alignment with that so that you can open yourself back up to all kinds of love, not just like a partner in love, but like loving friendships, nurturing friendships, supportive friendships. Okay, love comes in many different ways, shapes, and forms, right? So Open yourself up to that. I know love comes in many different ways, shapes, and forms. But right now, Spirit is saying it's time for you to really just work on you. Okay, 2024 is going to be the new you, Gemini, right? The new you in 2024. There's definitely some healing around love that's needing to take place for you in 2024. Heart healing, a lot of heart healing. I also feel like for some of you, with this heart down here, right? Something has come and gone, and also something has really made your heart sink, right? Your heart's up here, and then all of a sudden it feels way down here. So there's something around that for some of you as well. So Spirit, clear messages for my wonderful Geminis. What is the message they need to receive today? What is the message they need to receive today? Clear messages, Spirit. Clear messages from my Geminis regarding what they're crowning their reading today. Okay. Something you have been putting off making a decision on, a very toxic situation. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, not necessarily. But it's something that has been keeping you trapped, okay? And the only way you're going to free yourself and get the clarity you need, okay, from Spirit and set yourself free is to do the focus on you, okay? Whether that's prayer and exercise and eating nutritiously, feeding your body well. Excuse me, guys, I'm kind of getting over a cold here. Whatever it is, the only way you're going to get clarity around this and make yourself untrapped by it is by doing the inner healing work. Okay, really getting in touch with your mind, body, and soul. Because there is a toxic situation around you. There's an addiction around you. Could be an addiction. Doesn't have to be. It could be an addictive pattern for you. Okay? However that plays out for you. But by putting yourself first and doing the inner healing work and getting out and exercising and getting your heart pumping and the blood flowing, right, will rejuvenate you. And by journaling, meditating, praying, that all will bring you clarity. Okay, it will bring you those epiphanies, those aha moments, and you will see the patterns that you need to break, the toxic cycles in your life that need to be reshaped and let go of, and something new to come in its place. Tower. Okay. Oh, okay, Spirit. Spirit said, nope, those are the cards. Okay. Page of Swords. More clarity. Where you have not been making a decision in your life, or someone in your life has not made a decision, there is going to be a tower moment that is really like in your face truth that you can no longer ignore. Okay? So for some of you who have been wanting a passionate new beginning, okay, I feel like something you've been holding on to is like, because see, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. This is not making a decision. When we don't make a decision for ourselves, Spirit makes a decision for us by causing a tower moment. Okay, because where you are is not on solid ground. Where you are, for lack of a better word, is not in reality. Okay? So if you've been hoping for a new beginning, a passionate reunion, a do-over, whatever, there is no more passion. Okay? There is no new beginning. Okay? So, and that's a good thing. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Because this happened with me. Not that I wanted a passionate new beginning, but this happened with me where I wasn't making a choice in a relationship that at the time I didn't realize I was in with a full-blown narcissist, right? It's a toxic pattern. It's a toxic behavior. And when something is toxic for us and we're not taking the steps to get ourselves out of it, we're not recognizing, we're wearing rose-colored glasses, put whatever label on it you want, we're not seeing things for what they really are, that's when spirit causes a tower moment that will bring us clarity and show us those toxicities and how they were really holding us back, how they were keeping us captive, along with addictions. Okay, the devil also represents addictions. So for some of you, you're getting clarity around someone who has an addiction. For others of you, you're getting clarity around a very toxic pattern that keeps repeating in your life. Well, there's a reason for it. And it's time to really ask. When you're going out for a jog, just kind of like put it out there before your jog. And go on your jog. Like just say, it's my intent today through my run, Spirit, that you bring me some clarity around why this tower happened. And then Spirit will present the answer to you. It may not be by the end of your jog. For some of you, it may be. For some of you, it may be 3 weeks down the road, 3 months down the road. You may find yourself very emotional before you have this epiphany, this aha moment. It does have to do, the Six of Cups in this deck for me isn't about past people, okay? It's about two people who turn their back on each other, right? And one person feels much smaller than the other person. So somebody may have stopped giving in this relationship. Somebody like found love. See how she's holding a cup and she's looking in it, and that's the direction she wants to go in. But there's somebody that's going to be left behind. There's somebody that's going to be hurt. So if you're involved with somebody and you're currently in a situation, okay, the tower moment is happening to bring you clarity. Either the person that you're trying to hold on to is in another relationship, or you found another love interest, okay? But something I want you to think about, okay? Is this like a family, for a lack of a better word, tradition? Like, is this a pattern in your family? Like, did your mom do it? Did your sisters do it? Did your cousins do it? Did your aunts and uncles do it? Like, because the tree with all the houses lit up, that tells me this is ancestral. And a lot of wounds are, guys. They are. They're repeated patterns from many, many years in our family that are handed down generation to generation. It's what generation decides to start breaking the cycles to create a more healthier cycle, right? So for some of you, you'll find the answer there, okay? That this is like ancestral way of living, okay? Way of living. The victory that you're having with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords, right? It's like slaying the dragon. When you get that clarity, when you see that pattern, when you realize why you attract this type of behavior in your life, these type of partners, friends, whatever the case may be, that's when you can slay the dragon. That's when you can see and turn this card around like this and start to realize that you have other options. Okay, so try not to get up in your head. Okay, some of you may be looking at, okay, now, how do I bring this dragon down? Okay, that's for a handful of you. Please don't go down that road. Okay, if that is about, how can I bring this person down that did this to me? How can I, whatever your situation, don't lower yourself to a standard that is not healthy. Okay, that is not happy. What you want to do is slay the dragon of the ancestral patterns, right? That's where breaking the cycle comes in. Don't get in that monkey mind. And I know that's easier said than done, guys. I've been there myself. Okay, where you start playing these different scenarios over and over in your head. And the imagination is a fun playground, right? And it loves to create all kinds of scenarios for us and keep us going down that rabbit hole, right? You don't want to do that. You want to quiet the mind. You want to go into the heart center. You want to find that ancestral pattern that's been put in your DNA so that you can break the cycle. Because for some of you, this is a third-party situation. For others of you, it's definitely an ending to a situation. And there is someone who is feeling great loss here, right? This person is dead. There's nothing more they can give you. Okay? There's nothing more they can provide for you. They can't provide any more love to you. They can't provide any more support for you. There's just like nothing there. When it's dead, it's dead. Okay? And it's having to accept that. And now, it's a great time to take inventory of yourself, right? It's a great time to take inventory of yourself. I lost my mini deck for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, where was my mini deck? It got out of sequence, right? And just think about it that way. You're just out of sequence, right? You can very much get back in alignment again. You can get back on course again. Trust me, you can. And you know what? You'll be better for it. Okay? You'll have a healthier you, a happier you, a more satisfied you. Okay? It's about you, and you. Okay? And take that time, guys. Please don't jump from one situation into another situation without really taking the time for yourself, to love yourself, to heal yourself. Because if you don't figure out what that pattern is, it's just going to keep repeating until you do. And it's better to take the time, to take the break, and figure out what that pattern is, that ancestral wound, and change it. Change the cycle. Create a new one. All right. So for my lovely Geminis, why is the Two of Wands in reverse? Well, that was quick, Spirit. Three of Cups. So some of you have been hoping for a reunion. Okay, you've been hoping somebody would make the decision to come back to you, to reunite with you. Okay? Sorry. And listen, guys, I don't Don't take this as cold. I'm just simply delivering you the message. So no hate comments, please. And if it's triggering you, then that's something I'm going to ask you to take a look at and meditate on it, or go for a walk and ask, okay, why did this reading trigger me so much? Okay, because there is no future where you're trying to find a future. Okay, the Three of Wands in the upright is someone who's looking towards the future. Someone who's excited and realizing, you know, their future is wide open. In the reverse, and with the Three of Cups here, a reunion. The reason why the reunion's not happening is because this person does not see a future in this connection. Whether this is your energy, their energy, you have to apply it where it goes. Okay? And why? Because Spirit was saying it was keeping you trapped. It's a toxic cycle. It's a toxic pattern. Okay? So why is the devil here? Boy, Spirit's just excited to bring you through these messages. Okay. So the Hangman in reverse is someone who is refusing to look at things in a different light. Okay, you're not looking at things from another perspective. Someone maybe not looking at things from your perspective. There could have been a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. You know, again, repeated patterns. Right? Someone could have inflicted a lot of pain. The Ten of Swords is a lot of pain. But in this deck, or someone who's really been through a lot, and that's the taking the time out, right? To heal yourself, to figure out what that ancestral pattern was. You know, maybe there's been a lot of pain and hurt in relationships in your family. I don't know. Only you guys know. Okay? But here it's like refusing to look at, you know, another person's perspective. And understanding that a lot of hurt and a lot of pain was caused. So what is the Ace of Swords? Why is the Ace of Swords here? But what I like about the Ten of Swords in this deck, in others' decks, it shows you like either a guy laying down on like a beach with 10 swords in their back. I have one deck that shows you it's the winter months and the guy's down on his knees and he has all this blood dripping from him and he has all these swords, right? In this deck, it's someone who's no longer going to allow themselves to be hurt repeatedly, right? They're walking away from that type of behavior. You're walking away from that type of behavior because you're figuring out the pattern. Okay, and once you figure out the pattern, guess what? You change your vibration frequency so that those type of patterns are no longer attracted in your life. You see the red flags, you understand them, so now you know what to look for, right? So when they come up, they come up. For some of you, you may be getting this clarity, okay, through a message. Could be an email, could be a text message. For some of you, I feel like you may do candle gazing, which is a really nice way, a nice meditation practice. I do it sometimes because it really allows you to clear your mind and just focus on the flame. That's for some of you, not all of you. Some of you with the moon cycles here, this could be in the works for the last 8 years, and maybe you didn't even realize it. Okay, maybe you didn't even realize it. For some of you, Somebody found a new family, a new group, a new community. You may be finding a new community. When we do the inner healing work, the shadow work, one of the amazing things about it is it does bring our creative gifts to the forefront. We do connect with our soul's contract. Whether we visibly realize it at that time, or you realize it 6 months down the road, a year down the road, when you look back at where you were and see how far you've come, you understand why things played out the way they did, right? For some of you, okay, this is an in and out energy. So like this pattern has been going in and out of your life for a long time, a very long time. And that's one of the reasons why this tower moment is happening, because it's time to take a look at that. Okay, it's time to take a look at that. I don't ask Spirit to tell me what the pattern is, because it's up to you to figure out what that pattern is, because that pattern is different for each and every one of us. Because our families were different. Our childhoods were different. Our parents' childhood was different. So I'm not going to tell you what that pattern is, because it's kind of like, you know, you have a friend that tells you another friend's talking about you behind your back, but you have a really close relationship with that friend. So you kind of start to question the friendship that you have. Why are they trying to cause problems? Until you see it for yourself, or you overhear that friend literally talking about you behind your back and realizing that that new friend wasn't lying to you, it was the long-term friend, you're not going to believe it. Right? You're not going to believe it. So you have to do the work to come to the realization yourself, to have that epiphany yourself. So why is the tower here for my Geminis? Why is the tower here for my Geminis? You could be dealing with a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, but very strong Leo. Or you could be. Yeah, see, there's the devil again. Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Swords again. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. So this is, I will give you this much of a hint. Okay, I will give you this much of a hint. At some point, somewhere along the line, okay, someone stopped feeding this connection. Okay, someone stopped feeding this connection and their cup ran empty. So there was nothing more to give. A lot of money could have been invested, or a lot of time invested. Okay? And there's some fear here around not having love, not having stability, not being financially stable. Okay? That's a pattern. When we tell ourselves that we can't survive on our own, we can't make it on our own, you know, that's a pattern. So who said that to you when you were a child? Or who made you believe that when you were a child? That, you know, sooner or later, guys, the cup runs empty. You know, that's just the way connections go. One person stops investing, both people stop investing. That's a toxic pattern. Okay? So the tower is happening to make you realize, like I said over here, right, with the devil, there is a pattern replaying out in your life. And that's something to look at. Okay? Because until you do, you're not going to get the clarity you're looking for. And I feel like it's kind of like your intuition has been making you feel this for a while, but you kind of like didn't want to see the clarity. You didn't want to acknowledge it. You didn't want to accept it. You didn't want to look at it. And I get it. I get it. It's scary, right? It's scary to start over from ground zero, right? It's scary. Especially if you have a lot of time and effort invested, right? It is scary. So what is the truth you're finding out? What is the truth? The Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords. Give me more on the Page of Swords here. Okay, so on the Page of Swords, okay, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So see, now you're clearly seeing, okay? Now you're clearly seeing with the Moon card that even though you've been through a lot, okay, you're not going to be left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Which may have been something you were afraid of, right? But that was an illusion you were telling yourself. Which again, guys, the Tower twice, the Ace of Swords twice. The Ace of Swords in one area, in the upright, gaining a victory. In another area, in the reverse, because you were refusing to see the clarity in the past. Right? And in the present, you have the Tower. Okay? So this could be happening in the next week for some of you. But it's important for you to know the story. Remember when I told you if you get into the mind, okay? For those of you who've been on my channel since the beginning, you know, right? I share this story all the time. My dad used to say when I was younger, I remember him sitting at his dining room table, kitchen table, that, you know, he would just kind of like look like as if he was looking like upward, but not quite like up, like that. And he would just say and shake his head. It's just mind-boggling, Ubaba, mind-boggling. And I didn't understand it then as a 16-year-old child. But I did understand it, like significantly understood it 5 years ago, I think it was. And you get in that mindset and you play these scenarios over and over and over again, right? And if you've been telling yourself for a long time that something was, you know, developed on a solid foundation, you had the house with the white picket fence. You had the happy home. Listen, I get it, okay? I have a sibling that did the same thing. You know, she pictured herself, she made her life sound like it was just, you know, a happy home with the picket white fence and the dogs and the family and it was the furthest from that. right? It was the furthest from that. So, and then what happens? Sooner or later, right? The illusion is taken down so that you can see the truth, right? You can only live in an illusion for so long before spirit creates a tower moment. So why is the Seven of Cups here? Why is the Seven of Cups here? And we just had that new moon, guys. So, and we are in a retrograde, and a retrograde is about, you know, things being torn down, or, you know, a pattern resurfacing, to take a look at it so that you can work with changing it, breaking it, and then releasing it. And no longer allowing it to affect you here going forward. Right? It's about your own growth, your own evolution. Right? Why is the Seven of Cups here? Why is the Seven of Cups here for my Gemini spirit? Yeah, I'm not going to take these cards, but I am going to touch base on them very quickly. Okay? Things were very, very out of balance. Okay? Very out of balance. And that's why either you had to walk away from this or they had to walk away from this. Okay? It wasn't protected. There was no boundaries. Okay? There was no stability. Four of Wands in the reverse is everything but stability, happy home, happy life. So that's the illusion. Okay, that's the illusion. And now it's time to walk away because things just were not balanced. And it wasn't balanced because there were no boundaries. Somebody did not have boundaries, or both did not have boundaries. Okay? I know for me, I had no boundaries. None whatsoever. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's part of doing the healing work. Is realizing, holy crap, I didn't have any boundaries. I left myself wide open. Wide open. Right? Like a I almost said like a deer in an open field, right? You're an easy target, right? If a deer is in a wide open field, they're an easy target for a hunter, right? Easy target. Someone needed to hear that. The good news is you will realize that there was a reason why this was not successful. And it's surrendering to it. And ending the cycle. And recognizing that this was not ever going to be successful. And that's okay. That's okay. Okay, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands in reverse. Immature energy. Immature energy. There was no creativity there. And here's the thing, okay? If somebody's not taking action, if somebody's not putting in the work to spark, okay, to ignite the passion, the creativity, there can't be happiness. And in order for you to find happiness is to figure out why these patterns kept repeating themselves. Okay? There is something there. And Spirit is trying to tell you, because there was no happiness here. That's why the Tower moment happened. So tell me more about the Six of Cups. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Tell me more about the Six of Cups. Either you or somebody else felt very, very drained. Okay, very drained physically, emotionally, right? Again, Three of Swords. Three of Swords is definitely my third party situation. Okay, so either somebody was having in a relationship somewhere else, whether you, them, maybe both, who knows? Okay, someone here for a few of you, okay, for a few of you with the Six of Cups here, someone did not have the strength, okay, to walk away from a third party situation, because we have the Six of Cups, right, with the Strength card in reverse, with the Knight of Swords, right? So the Knight of Swords is taking action. See, he's running towards that motorcycle. He wants to go in this direction. And maybe he went in this direction because his heart needed healing, or her heart needed healing, your heart needed healing. If this is, you're the one who's having, got involved with somebody outside of your committed relationship or whatever it is, they didn't have the strength to walk away from this person. It was like they were drawn to this person. See, he's running for that motorcycle. Running. He doesn't want to hold himself back. He doesn't want to find that inner strength, because the heart is yearning for something that was missing. Okay? And that's usually why third party situations happen, people, because there's a yearning there for something to fill or mask that wound within the heart. Right? You're just wanting to feel loved, even if it's love in the moment, even if it's love for a month, and sometimes, guys, it turns out to be love for a lifetime. But someone's heart was bleeding. Okay, literally. If you look, this heart is bleeding. Okay, bleeding. And the only way those wounds can be healed is by succumbing. So this person could have met somebody from their past, took action towards somebody from their past. You may have, okay? But the Three of Swords coming up twice, side by side. So a lot of you may have been seeing 333 a lot, okay? Or 555. 555 can represent a tower moment because it's about significant changes, chaos to get you to that change, right? For a better outcome. Everything that happens to us is for our highest good, whether it's to learn a lesson, to expand us, to open us up, to receive, right? In the end, it's all good. It's all good. Somebody needs to hear that. So clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Okay. So we have a couple here, okay? One love is exiting, okay? There's a heart that's yearning for real love, okay? So there is a love that's exiting. And it's exiting because either you or somebody else found their perfect partner. Okay? And there is a lot of spiritual growth here. The King of Cups in this deck, see him? He's got like the leather straps around his wrists. He's got the owl. He's got the birds. He's in like a meditative position, right? And the Queen of Swords, you know, she's clearly looking towards her future. And her as well, her eyes are closed. Okay? So whether this is you or someone that you're connected with, one of you found your spiritual partner. This was all about a spiritual quest and finding your spiritual partner. Okay? And at some point, okay, and I will let you know how this unfolds, okay, in my own life, right? But when you are in alignment, or when there is a healing that needs to take place, sometimes, okay, if we can't get there on our own, Spirit will bring someone across our path that will challenge us to go within so that you can overcome, right, the pain and the hurt that's lying within the heart center. And usually one person is more spiritual than the other, okay? Or sometimes it does happen where two people that are both truly doing the spiritual work come together at a time they're in alignment with each other. And they're open, okay? So this could very well happen for you after you figure out what are these ancestral patterns. You know, why do these towers keep happening in my life? Why do I experience all this pain? Right? This is either you or another person saying these words. You have to apply them where they apply for your life, okay? But I can tell you, towers are meant to rock our world, okay? Especially when it's about a committed relationship coming crumbling down, or, you know, a marriage coming crumbling down, or going from riches to rags, right? And sometimes towers are good. Sometimes towers, you know, bring in a sudden good change as well. But in the end, all is good. And that's what you just have to keep telling yourself every day. Okay? I know this is happening for my highest good, even though I may not understand it right now in this present moment. And don't give up hope. Don't give up faith. Because everything does happen for our highest good or better. Unless we choose, okay, to wear the rose-colored glasses and not follow the breadcrumbs that Spirit leaves for us. Okay, advice. Advice. The only thing I am going to say, the advice with the Judgment card in reverse, do not make this harder than it needs to be. Okay? Because Judgment in the right, in the right up, right up, okay? For anyone that may be a journalist out there, don't do a big write-up around this, okay? Or don't put like something slanderous out on social media. Okay, because you're only doing it because you're drowning in your emotions. Okay, and don't do it from that standpoint. You don't want to do anything like that in an emotional state. Okay, so just refrain yourself from that. But I do see, you know, in this deck, the King of Swords, right? He looks revengeful. He's plotting, okay? Do not plot revenge, please. Do not do that. It's only going to boomerang back on you, okay? It's only going to... And think about it. If you've already given a lot of energy to this situation, okay, if you're the one who's drowning in your emotions because you feel like it's not fair and you want to take revenge, okay, don't do that. Just get out, go for a run, go for a walk, go away with friends, right? Remove yourself from the environment. Whatever it is, it has to do with, okay? Because it will create a boomerang effect. And that's only going to bring you more pain. Okay? That's for somebody that needs to hear that. The final outcome from my Geminis. The final outcome from my Geminis, please. Okay. So the final outcome for you guys is that you are going to realize that no matter what you may have tried to do, not do, this situation, you're going to realize at some point was not ever going to heal. Okay? It just wasn't. For whatever reason. Maybe there was a lot of hurt involved. Maybe a lot of hurtful words were said. Maybe there was a lot of third-party situations throughout the relationship. Okay? Whatever the case may be. Things weren't balanced, okay? This is my breadcrumbing card in this deck. See the poor child? And he's like giving her a few coins. It was not balanced. But remember what I said in the beginning? When you do the healing work, when you figure out what these ancestral patterns are, these wounds that were passed down from generation to generation, that's when you come in alignment with your soulmate. Finding that happy place, the stability. Something that will last a lifetime. So it's really time to just surrender all of this, okay? Because I feel like for a good majority of you out there, and please again, no, do not hate me for saying this because I'm just telling you what's coming through, okay? Do not take matters into your own hands as far as, like I said, splurting stuff out, doing slanderous things on social media, or if you're a journalist deciding, oh, there's a column you want to put together, and somehow, some way you're able to slander this person, right? It's not worth your time and energy because it is going to boomerang back at you. So don't let the boomerang come back at you. Okay? As always, guys, from my heart to yours, I am sending you so much love, so much light, and blessings to protect you and get you through this difficult time. I know how it is. Been there, done that myself. Alrighty, guys, take care. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click on that bell. Be well, guys.